Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another video. It's time to continue on with the Attack on Titan marathon, and for today's video, we're going to be talking about Season 3 of the anime. This is the technically second to last season of the show. Like I said in previous videos, Attack on Titan's only 4 seasons long, even though the final season has been divided into 2 parts. Altogether, it is Season 4, so we are now on the second to last season of the show. Short, but, still really exciting. I'm really excited to talk about this. Before I get into talking about the 3rd season of Attack on Titan, I do have a little news update regarding the final season of Attack on Titan. It has been announced that the English dub for the second half of the final season will start premiering February 13th. So this upcoming Sunday, the English dub episodes will now start streaming. So then that will continue to go on a week-by-week basis. So the newest episode of the show in subtitles will air, along with starting with the first episode that came back in English dub. So if you are a fan of only English dub, then rejoice, because the dubbing of the second half of the final season will start this Sunday. So now you can watch it, and I will certainly be watching it. I'm going to be continuing on with the subtitle episodes because I want to see where this goes, and I'm hooked now, and I don't want to be left out in the loop. But I am going to be going back to rewatching the dub episodes because I love the English voice cast. I prefer dub, but if there's an anime that I like and I want to see where it's going, I will go ahead and watch subtitles. And I do have another little announcement at the end of the video of something that I might be doing once the English dub comes out this upcoming Sunday. So stay tuned for that. But yes, for today's video, we're diving into Season 3. And just a little backstory with Season 3. So after Season 2 came out, from what I understand it, they were just going for it to try and get the next season out as quickly as possible. And I think from what I understand, I do think that Season 3 came out that next year, and I think the final season maybe came out maybe 1 or 2 years later. I have to do the research, so if I'm wrong, correct me in the comments below. But I do know they were very eager to get this 3rd season out as quickly as possible. And another one of the good things about Season 3 is that, it was actually a full season in terms of episode count. We actually have a 22 episode season, so this season was divided into 2 parts. So if you didn't like how Season 2 was only 12 episodes, well, rejoice, now you've got a 22 episode season, so yay! Now, just like the other videos, I'm not going to be going too heavy on spoilers, mostly just because I want to keep you guys in suspense in case you haven't watched this. But I will be touching on a few minor things just in case, you're curious or whatnot. But eventually when we get on to the final season, I may not be able to hold back on spoilers. So there you go. So like I said, Season 3 of Attack on Titan is also split into 2 parts like Season 1. Season 2 didn't really do that. It was just a straight shot going forward. It only had 12 episodes. But in the first half of this season, we're reintroduced to these characters. There's a lot of shady stuff going on inside the walls, and it's causing a lot of concern with the people who are in charge, along with the scouts. So there's a lot of tension going on over there. But also there's a lot of mystery surrounding the character we know as Krista, who we learn later has a different name. So there's that. And then as we find out more things about Krista and how she kind of plays into the story, we start to learn a couple new things about Eren. This is the season where a whole bunch of stuff is revealed. More so towards the end of the season. But this season blew my expectations. Like, I was already excited after finishing Season 1 and Season 2. But Season 3 just knocked it out of the park. This, I think, was pure perfection in terms of pacing and storytelling, and also some really intense action sequences. And I really do want to talk a lot about the second half of this season, but again, I want to be careful with spoilers for this because I'm going to be going all out for the final season. But believe me when I say that the second half of season 3 of Attack on Titan is one of the greatest episodes. Just the whole thing. It's one of the greatest things I've ever seen in terms of anime, where everything just gets ramped up to the max. Characters are driven almost to the breaking point. And there are a lot of epic moments that I could recall and talk to you guys about. And also, it was something that I wasn't expecting. You know, I was really kind of expecting this season to go one way. And then when we get to that second half, I was like, oh, we're going here. We're actually here. We're actually going to be doing this. Okay. And then we get to the ending, the last few episodes. And that's when the show dramatically starts to change, because a lot of secrets and a lot of truths get revealed. And this is just the beginning. And after I finished season 3 for the first time, I was very anxious and very ready to start the final season. I'm going to talk more about that later. But this season 3, it's just perfection. It really is. Words can't do it justice. Everything about it was just great. I was pleasantly surprised. I was excited about stuff. I was sad about some stuff. And this season, in kind of a weird way, and this isn't, big, I'm not really spoiling story here, but this really could be the end of this show. With how the ending of season 3 plays out, this could be somewhat of an ending. It's not really a fulfilling ending, because, we learn things, and, we know that this isn't the end because of, plot holes and other stuff going on. But there is kind of like that feeling of a finality at the ending of this season, but it's not. Trust me, there's still plenty more to go with this story. And this season, I was not expecting, it to end the way it did, especially, because at the time, I thought there were going to be more seasons. I didn't know that after season 3, that's it. Now we're on the final season. So with how everything went, I was very surprised. I was very surprised in a good way. If I tell anybody anything about this show, before I saw the final season, I would say you watch it for this season alone, because this right here was the best season I've seen so far. But currently, right now, the second half of the final season is really shaping up to be something great, and I'm really excited for it. But yeah, everything else is still the same. Animation, music, a lot of just great moments. But I don't want to say anything because of spoilers. I really don't. And especially witnessing this season for the first time, it truly is remarkable, and that's why I'm giving this a perfect score. Season 3 of Attack on Titan gets an A+. Everything about this is just perfect. I did not have a single flaw with any of this season. Despite, yes, at the ending, I was confused because I was, curious to see what was happening. I had a lot of questions, but it set the stage for what was to come in this final season. And I totally wasn't expecting it, and I was excited to see where it was going to go. And this just really, the ending of this season, I know I've said it a lot, but I'm going to say it one more time. This changed the game from what I thought the show was going to be about. Because up until, before we get to the ending of season 3, I thought that this show was about one thing only. That's all that I thought it was. But now with those last few episodes of season 3, it's become something entirely different. And I was totally shocked. I was ready to see where it was going to go from now, but I was also a little bit worried. And I'll express some of that in the next video. But that's pretty much all I can say in terms of season 3. It's perfect. It's a perfect season, nonstop, wasn't bored. Totally enjoyable, and that's why season 3 of Attack on Titan gets an A+. Okay, So now that we have finished talking about the first 3 seasons of Attack on Titan, now we can start talking about the final season. Well, the first half of the final season, to be more specific, because the second half is still going on right now. And unlike this video and my previous 2 videos from season 1 and season 2 and season 3 of Attack on Titan, I am going to be going heavy with the spoilers. Mostly just because there's a lot I want to talk about and mention, and because at this point, from what I've seen online, everybody's talking about this stuff. And in the videos to come, I will, give you a spoiler warning, but just to let you guys know ahead of time, when it comes to the first half and the second half of the final season, I'm going all out. I'm going to be talking about things that I like that are spoilers, some things that I didn't like that were spoilers. It's just going to be nonstop, so just to get you guys prepared. And I'm not sure if I am going to do this just yet, because it all depends on my scheduling and whatnot. But when the English dubbing for the second half of the final season starts this upcoming Sunday, the 13th, I kind of want to do a kind of like a review-ish, or mostly I kind of want to talk about, each episode in this second half of the final season, mostly because for me as of right now, every single episode of this second half the pace hasn't slowed down. Like, it's continually getting better and better and better, and it's something that I definitely want to talk about. So I'm not sure if I'm going to do it in like a video format, or if I may actually kind of do it like a podcast where I'll sit down with a headset and we'll talk about each specific episode that started with this second half. I was thinking about going back and doing it for the entire final season, and I'll get more into like why I don't want to do it when I do my review of the first half. But with the second half in particular, I feel like it deserves it. So that's kind of like what I want to do. So again, nothing's confirmed. I do kind of want to do that, but we'll just have to see what happens. And then another thing too is that I did purchase a ticket for the film Uncharted with Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg. So I am going to try and see that next week. So hopefully there will be our first reaction in my car for this year. So there's that. I'm pretty sure I'm going to go see it, even though if I end up working, it's a new movie and I've never played Uncharted, but I do want to see that movie with Tom and Mark. So there is that. So that's some things you have to look forward to. But in terms of this overall marathon, the next time we meet up, we're going to be talking about the first half of the final season for Attack on Titan. And I'm spoiling this shit. I'm going all out because there's a lot that I want to talk about. And I have a lot of words. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.